if a white person were to call you a nigga or a nigger or anything of the sort, how would you
I'd be offended because it's like a label used for black people by white people, you know? Well, some, not all, not all.
Here with Hillary interviewing, and got to ask you, how do you feel when the word nigga or nigger is said?
I think it's really offensive, and I don't like it when people use it really just because it's kind of awkward, and yeah.
Okay, do you know what the word means, like where it came from?
Not really.
Okay, so, like, do you yourself ever partake in usage of the word?
No.
All right, I'm here with Damien asking some questions. And, Adi, how do you feel when the word nigga is said?
It depends on who's saying it.
And
how they say it.
All right, if I were to say, what up, my nigga?
I'd be like, what's good, nigga? But if he was like nigger with the ER, see, there's an A. If you had the A, then you straight. The ER.
So, if I were to call you a nigger, would you take me seriously, or would you?
Nah.
Okay. But then if a white person says, the ER, then they're crossing the line, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you know where the word came from? The word nigger, nigger.
It means black, and that's what they used to call the slaves, I guess.
Do you see yourself as a nigger or a
I really
nigger?
don't say it that much. No, I'm not no nigga, but I don't say it that much, so I really don't. It ain't really in my vocabulary.
All right, so you're starting to get kind of offended when people say it too much.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here with John Riley asking a few questions. And John, how do you feel, or what comes to mind when you hear the word nigga or nigger?
It makes me pretty uncomfortable. I like to not think about that, and so in order to not offend anyone, I just have no opinion whatsoever, and I like to stay away from that subject.
How do you feel when two black people call each other the N-word?
They can do whatever they want. It doesn't really bother me. I guess it's sort of like how the academic studies of homosexuality, they call it queer studies. It's like taking back their word or whatever they say. So I guess you can say it's kind of like that. But they can do whatever they want, I say.
But you yourself, you don't use the word?
No, I do not.
All right, I'm here with Kaylee asking a few questions. And Kaylee, how do you feel when the N-word is said?
Well, it depends how people say it. Like, I think nowadays it's become just kind of a loose, it's not really the same definition as it has been in the past. So it's kind of like friend now. So, like, when I hear it in the halls, like, yo, what up? Then it doesn't really, I don't care because I know it's just being used like, what up, bro, or friend, or whatever. So
you're not offended when you hear it or anything?
Not unless it's used to offend someone, but most of the time it's not.
With Jaquay, asking her some questions, how do you feel, or what comes to mind when you think of the word nigga?
Well, when I think of the N-word, it really doesn't bother me too much, but other than that, it's okay.
All right, so how do you feel if, say, a white person were to call you that N-word?
Well, let's see. It'd probably be kind of different in that case because, like, when I think of, like, if a white person said the N-word, it kind of brings me to mind of, like, back in the day when the ancestors had slaves and, that comes to mind.
Do you know what the word means or where the word comes from?
I guess the word originated from back in the day when the masters used to have slaves and they wanted to say something to, like, hurt the slaves, so they decided to say nigga, in which I guess that's supposed to hurt black people, but in which we really don't even care because we switched it around to nigga, but it used to be nigger, but it just switched around.
So you're not, are you offended when you hear the word or somebody calls you?
No, I'm not offended because I really don't even care, so I'm like, anyway.
All right, I'm here with Josh, a.k.a. J-Lo, asking me a few questions. So, Josh, how do you feel about the N-word, the word nigger?
Well, I believe the word began to start to oppress black people, but now it oppresses white people because they're not allowed to say it. So I feel like for it to be better for the community, that everybody will be able to say the word nigga.
All right, I can respect that and understand that. So, do you at all feel offended when the word is said?
I don't feel offended. I don't think anybody should because, I mean, if you use it yourself, everybody should be able to use it, or else that's just, not letting other people do what you do.
May I ask you, what is your cultural background?
I am Italian.
Okay, so if I were to say, what up, WAP, how would you then feel?
I'd probably shrug it off because I don't really take stuff like that.
All right, I'm here with Ryan Saunders asking a few questions. So, Ryan, how do you feel when the word nigga is said?
If it's with your friends or your home